In Washington, President Donald Trump announced on Thursday a temporary postponement of the 25% tariffs on numerous imports from Mexico and certain imports from Canada for 1 month. This decision comes amidst widespread concerns about the potential economic repercussions of a broader trade war. The White House maintains that the tariffs are aimed at curbing the smuggling of fentanyl. Yet these proposed taxes have strained the long-standing North American trade partnership. Trump's tariff plans have also negatively impacted the stock market and raised concerns among U.S. consumers. Trump has asserted that the tariffs could be resolved by addressing the trade deficit. During a speech in the Oval Office, he reiterated his intention to impose reciprocal tariffs starting on April 2. Most of the tariffs go on April 2nd, Trump stated before signing the orders. Currently, we have some temporary and relatively small ones, although they involve a significant amount of money concerning Mexico and Canada. The president clarified that he was not considering extending the exemption on the 25% tariff for automobiles for another month. Imports from Mexico that adhere to the 2020 United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA, would be exempt from the 25% tariff for a month, according to the order signed by Trump. Similarly, auto-related imports from Canada that comply with the trade deal would avoid the 25% tariffs for a month, while potash imported by U.S. farmers from Canada would be subject to a 10% tariff, matching the rate Trump intends to impose on Canadian energy products. Approximately 62% of imports from Canada are likely to face new tariffs, as they do not comply with USMCA, according to a White House official who spoke anonymously to reporters. Half of the imports from Mexico that are not USMCA compliant would also be taxed under Trump's orders. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum has planned to announce any retaliatory measures on Sunday. Trump acknowledged her efforts in addressing illegal immigration and drug smuggling as reasons for pausing tariffs initially slated to take full effect in February. "I did this as an accommodation and out of respect for President Sheinbaum," Trump expressed on Truth Social. "Our relationship has been very good, and we are working hard together on the border." Trump's actions have also somewhat improved relations with Canada after its initial retaliatory tariffs of 30 billion Canadian dollars, equivalent to $21 billion on U.S. goods. The Canadian government has suspended its second wave of retaliatory tariffs on additional U.S. goods worth 125 billion Canadian dollars, equivalent to $87 billion. Trump's fluctuating tariff threats have unsettled financial markets, lowered consumer confidence, and created an uncertain atmosphere that could delay business hiring and investment. Major U.S. stock markets briefly rebounded after Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick previewed the month-long pauses on CNBC on Thursday. However, significant declines resumed within an hour, and the S&P 500 stock index fell below its level before Trump's election. When asked if the stock market decline was due to his tariffs, Trump responded, "A lot of them are globalist countries and companies that won't be doing as well because we're taking back things that have been taken from us many years ago." President Sheinbaum commented on her call with Trump, noting their excellent and respectful conversation, in which they agreed that their collaboration has yielded unprecedented results. Mexico has intensified its crackdown on cartels, deployed troops to the U.S. border, and extradited 29 top cartel leaders sought by American authorities to the Trump administration within weeks. At a press conference, Sheinbaum elaborated on her call with Trump, stating that she informed him of Mexico's progress in meeting his security demands. She emphasized that practically all of the trade between the U.S. and Mexico will be exempt from tariffs until April 2. She affirmed that both countries will continue collaborating on migration and security efforts and reducing fentanyl trafficking into the U.S. From January to February, fentanyl seizures at the border decreased by more than 41%, according to Sheinbaum, who cited data from U.S. Customs and Border Protection as evidence of meeting Trump's commitment. Ontario Premier Doug Ford announced that starting Monday, the province will increase electricity charges by 25% for 1.5 million Americans in response to Trump's tariff plan. Ontario supplies electricity to Minnesota, New York, and Michigan. "This whole thing with President Trump is a mess," Ford stated on Thursday. "This reprieve is something we've experienced before. He still threatens tariffs on April 2. Ford's office confirmed that the tariff would remain in place even if there is a one-month reprieve from the Americans. Ford asserted that as long as the threat of tariffs persists, Ontario's stance will not change. Commerce Secretary Lutnick mentioned that he will monitor fentanyl overdose deaths in the U.S. as a key metric when evaluating Canada and Mexico's efforts to combat the synthetic opioid. In his speech to a joint session of Congress on Tuesday night, Trump portrayed tariffs, also imposed on China at 20% due to their role in fentanyl production, as a source of increasing wealth and power for the United States. However, most economists anticipate that these import duties will drive prices higher, slow economic growth, and potentially lead to job losses. The Yale University Budget Lab estimated that tariffs on Canada, China, and Mexico would increase inflation by a full percentage point, reduce growth by half a percentage point, and cost the average household approximately $1,600 and in disposable income. Trump acknowledged during his Tuesday night speech that there could be some discomfort. "There'll be a little disturbance, but we're okay with that. It won't be much."